Hey, this is DJ Tamra back with you with another edition of Third Strike Rock. Hope you guys are having a super day. I know I am. The weather is really great out here. It's been cloudy all day, but just as I said the weather was great, I saw the sun coming through. But a good thing, we've been getting a lot of rain out here lately in the Killeen, Texas area, and we've definitely needed it. Lots of the lakes are filling up, so that's been good news for a lot of people and businesses. But today it's dry, so we're going to enjoy it while we can. Hope you guys are getting some great weather out in your area. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you back. We've got lots in store today for our show. We've got some returning artists, got some new stuff, got some new advertisers on the show. I have an interview with Sharp Star, who I am so excited about airing this for you guys. We had a great time during the interview the other day. Got some music news for you. A lot of the cool stuff that I normally do. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and kick right into it with our first tune of the day, which is called At the Moment by Victor Pez out of Texas.
Just some time. At the moment, right at the moment, yes, and play by ear, just deeply what I feel, got to be right on the moment. Right on to right it. Got it feel right. Got it feel right. You got it real. And got it real. Got to be a good feel. Right on that moment, right on the time, right for you and I, got to be from the heart. We got to keep going, dancing. Sometimes we feel we are in the clouds. The heart is just part of the big jam. We are, indeed we are, no matter what. The people listen, oh no, you are a jam. You doing your part, is what the matters the most.
Whether you are in business for yourself and you're a startup, or you're a big company and you've been around for a while, or if you're just an individual that needs a website, you have probably already learned it can be pretty crazy and stressful to make a website that meets the demands of today's consumer. From hard-to-use site builders to expensive web developer costs. Here at For the King, our basic custom web design and hosting starts at just $37. You heard us right, a fully custom site for $37. Head to our website at www.fortheking.co. Once again, that's www.fortheking.co. Can't wait to hear from you. Hope you guys enjoyed that song. That was a song called Memories of a Lifetime Past by Mystik Rhythms out of the Killeen, Texas area. We actually interviewed the man behind the music of Mystik Rhythms last week on my program. Hope you didn't miss that one.
This program was brought to you by K5 Himalayan Whiskey, a smooth, refreshing blend of the finest malt whiskeys and organic grains from the Kingdom of Bhutan. Grab a bottle of K5 and reach the peak of whiskey enjoyment this summer. Learn more at k5whisky.com. That's K5WHISKY.com. Please enjoy K5 responsibly.
And now for the section of my show called Did You Know? Did you know that it's Animal Rights Awareness Week? Animal Rights Awareness Week is an annual event which is celebrated in order to raise awareness for the care and concern for animals of all varieties. Animal lovers all over are concerned with educating the general public about the humane treatment that all animals deserve, no matter if they are someone's pet, the wildlife, residents of a zoo, or even animals that are raised as food sources. It is so unfortunate when animals are in situations where they are starving, disease-ridden, injured, or are facing death for one reason or another. While some animals are actually beloved family members, others are still homeless and abandoned. Thus, they deserve a week to draw attention to their needs. All right, Third Strike Rockers, it is time for the interview of this show. And it was done with Sharp Star this past week. We, of course, will always start off with a station ID from the band, get right into the interview, and then at the end, we will play one of their songs. The song that we're going to play is called Picture This. So let's get right into it and enjoy yourselves.
This is Sharp Star, and you're listening to Third Strike Radio.
Hey guys, this is DJ Tamara back with another Third Strike Rock interview this week. This is definitely one of my most awesome interviews that we're doing today because I have become a big fan of this band by having the honor of playing their music on my show over and over. I'm sure you guys have enjoyed it and heard it. The name of the band is Sharp Star out of Paducah, Kentucky, and we are just thrilled and honored to have them on our program today. So we're gonna get right into it. They've been so great. We were gonna do the interview yesterday, and my schedule got a little crazy, so we're doing it tonight. And they've been so gracious with their time to reschedule with me, so I appreciate that, guys. And who we've got in the studio with us remotely is we've got Ethan O'Daniel, and we also have Logan Hill. Those are the two members that make up the band Sharp Stars. So welcome, guys, to Third Strike Rock. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having us. Yes.
Yeah, great. How's the weather there?
Humid, really humid. We're outside now, actually.
So you're doing the interview outside?
Yeah. Yes, out on the front porch.
Oh, great, cool, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you guys are comfortable, and again, we're just so thrilled and honored to have you on the show. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I've played your music a lot, and that's for a reason, because I really do like what you guys do. It's not something that you hear every day. It's really unusual and different, the vocals, the instrumentation, everything. So what I want to get right into is and we'll start with Ethan, and then we'll ask you, Logan. Who are your influences musically?
Well, Logan, who are our mutual influences? Our mutual influences are mainly bands like Nirvana, Led Zeppelin, White Stripes,
Smashing Pumpkins. A lot of bands from the 90s alternative movement.
Yeah,
kind of.
Okay.
A lot of raw, gritty stuff. We're all over the place.
Okay, and do each of you have separate influences that, although you've got the mutual musical influences, but individually, are there certain musicians that stood out to you growing up that really had an influence and an impact on you?
Oh gosh, I would have to say the most important ones. as far as our band is concerned, are pretty, for the most part, mutual.
Yeah.
The ones worth mentioning,
Right.
of course.
Okay. Okay, great. And then, Ethan, when did you start diving into music? How old were you? And at that point, what was the first thing that you started doing? Was it singing, or was it playing keys, or what was it?
Well, I was probably around 17. I wanted to write my own songs. I'd written tons and tons of poems as a teenager, and I took an interest in songwriting from the age of about 17, and I probably started taking it seriously around the age of 19. And we started this band 5 years ago.
Yeah, around there.
Around 5 years ago, and Logan and I started playing together, and we kind of developed together, and here we are.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. And then, Logan, what about you? When did you start, diving into your musical interest and noticing that you had a calling for it? And what was it that you started out with?
I started out on drums whenever I was apparently like a toddler, drums have always been kind of like my primary instrument. But around the time that I really started to take music seriously, kind of like this is what I want to do in my life, was probably like around 2011 or 12, when I was around like 13 and 14.
Okay. Okay, great. And so as far as the roles that you guys play in the band, what I'm seeing on your Facebook page is, Ethan, you do the lead vocals and guitar and songwriting, it looks like, and Logan, you do the drums, keys, and backing vocals and production and engineering. Is that right?
Everything else.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And then who is responsible for kind of doing the booking and promotions? Because being a fellow musician myself, I understand that there's a lot of work involved in that. So do you have an agent, or do you do that yourself?
Absolutely. Well, we're self-managed entirely.
Okay.
All the promoting, all of that, yeah, we do on our own.
Okay. And is that to cut costs, or is it because you feel like you can represent yourself better than an agent could?
We feel like we can handle it. I mean, if there comes a time where we feel the need to, hire an agent of some sort, then we will do it. But for right now, we got it covered. I feel like we do.
That's great. And So take me back to kind of what you were talking about a few minutes ago. You guys got together. So you said you got together to form this band 5 years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, we started jamming and playing together about 5 years ago, and then we finally got ourselves tied enough a couple years later, and then we cut our first record in 2013, and our discography's grown a little bit since then, and yeah.
Okay. And did you guys know each other prior to starting the band? Remind me of that if you mentioned that.
Yeah, I think we met around like 3 or so years before we started the band, like in 2007, I think, and we started the band in like 2010. So yeah, we knew each other like pretty well by the time we started the band.
Yeah, I was actually best friends with Logan's brother prior to starting the band. That's how we met and stuff.
Right.
Well, that's cool, because you never know. Sometimes people, they connect through an open jam or something like that, or sometimes they were friends prior to, and they knew they were both musicians, and hey, let's start a band. So that's cool that you guys knew each other prior to.
Right.
Who's the main songwriter when it comes to the lyrics? Is that you, Ethan? You said that you had written poems for a long time.
Yeah, I write. There's a few songs on our first record that Logan and I had co-written together. There's one song on our first EP that we had co-written together. and Logan's written a few instrumental tracks here and there, but yeah, I mean, I do most of the songwriting. Yeah.
Okay.
Overall.
And what would you say that you guys think is the biggest struggle to trying to have this band that you call Sharp Star?
What's the biggest struggle?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I have to sit on this question for a second. I mean, I really can't complain too much. I mean, we've been really blessed. We've been really really fortunate. So I really can't do too much complaining. We've gained a really loyal and intelligent fan base, and that's really the best we could ask for.
Right. Definitely.
So yeah.
Okay. And then
I mean, just like anything, you know. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go. Go ahead. Finish your thought for sure.
Oh, I slipped my mind. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, you were saying that you guys feel really blessed and you really don't have anything to complain about. So to go along with that, what would you say is the biggest benefit to pursuing your band and getting your music out there?
The biggest benefit for me personally, and I'll let Logan answer his question separately, is having the privilege to relate to people and reaching people who really understand what you're doing and understand your music and love your music and let you know what it means to them. That's got to be the most rewarding part of it for me personally. I mean, same goes for you, probably.
Yeah, like we've had like a few people like message us before and just say that like our music is like like helped them like through like a tough time or has helped them through like writer's block, and that's kind of something you can't replicate.
No,
it's just something that I mean you can't really put words to it.
It doesn't get any better than that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. What you guys
No
just
dollar
said.
amount will match that.
That's very true. That's really powerful that you guys just said that because your music inspires me. I mean, like I said, as a fellow musician, there's certain bands that I listen to be inspired, and I really find your music very unique. And the vocals, I just dig the vocals.
Oh gosh, thank you so much.
I dig the vocals and I dig the songwriting. It's just great. I just love it. And so do you guys now, as a two-piece...
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. As a two-piece, I know that, maybe there's a lot of, technical stuff that's going behind the backgrounds to actually put the music together and make it sound like it does. I totally get that. So based on that, do you guys play live? And if you do you do a more scaled-down version of what we hear on the recorded material?
We haven't played live all year, but yeah, of course, as a two-piece, of course there are limitations. Of course, it's scaled down, but we really just try to compensate for the lack of instrumentation and things like that on the record with just our energy.
Yes.
We're a really intense live band, and yeah, we're just really, just really intense. So I think we do okay at compensating for the lack of instrumentation that you hear on the record, mellotrons and bass. So yeah.
And let me ask you this: when you
If that makes
guys,
sense.
it absolutely does. When you guys, when you do your recordings, do you ever hire any musicians to add anything to what you do, or is it just strictly the two of you?
It's just like it's the two of us. Like back whenever like we were first like starting out, I thought oh man, we'd have to get a producer and all these things. But I thought in the internet age, if you have the time and if you want to learn something, there really isn't like much of an excuse not to. I mean, you can just look it up.
Right.
I mean, if you're really dedicated to it. So, I mean, so yeah, like with I know Ethan and I both we just kind of went by the seat of our pants and just kind of winged it.
Wung it.
Yeah.
We're very self-made.
Have you both of you made a conscious effort to keep it as a two-piece? And if so, is there a particular reason behind that?
Well, of course, as you may recall, we had a bass player. The last interview we did with you, we parted ways, and since then, I think we kind of just made the decision to just keep it between us,
Right.
Just
keep it simple.
keep it. The energy is just more on,
Right.
and we work more effectively between the two of us.
Yeah, well, definitely sometimes when you have, and I don't know the exact situation, and we don't need to get into that, but sometimes when you have a situation, right, if you have a situation where someone is bringing down the energy, it can definitely cause problems. So it seems like the two of you are really connected on so many levels. So it definitely makes sense why you would want to keep it that way. Now, let me ask you this. What are the goals that you guys have for your band? Every band is different. Well, some bands might just want to play in the local area, or some bands want national exposure, or what is it exactly that you're trying to get out of Sharp Star?
We're basically just going with the flow. We're pretty much open to whatever happens, I guess.
Right.
I can't really say there's any specific goals. It's but we're not going to deny, if we have a chance to have national success, then that'd be great. That's awesome. Right. But if it doesn't happen, just So there's not any fixed goals. We're just kind of playing it by ear, pretty much.
Okay. And then I had a question specifically for Ethan, but for both of you guys. Has there ever been a time where you've been so frustrated with kind of the music scene and trying to move things forward that you've considered taking a break? I think, Ethan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I may have seen on your Facebook page recently that you were considering maybe taking a break from music for a while. So let me know if that's happened to you.
Oh gosh. Well, the thing is, I really hope I didn't set an example there. I was in a bad place. I was not a good example of an artist at that point. I had become disappointed the fact that we hadn't gotten further and that we were kind of at a standstill. And both of us had invested so much into what we were doing, and I just kind of had some initial disappointment. But thankfully, I'm better now. I'm really as optimistic as ever.
Well, that's really great, and I just want to offer you guys some personal encouragement because I've been in those shoes before, and you're not alone. And if you talk to any other musician, they'll tell you that everyone goes through that from time to time. You just reach different obstacles, and you have situations that come up. But the point is that you don't give up, and clearly you guys have not given up, and that's the most important thing. So don't ever beat yourself up for feeling discouraged, because we all have times like that. So I'm just so glad that you guys haven't given up, because like I said, I'm a huge fan of yours, and again, it's been an absolute honor to have you guys on the show. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end this interview with a song that I have not played on my show yet of yours, and that is called Picture This. So if you guys could do me a favor, and if you could tell me what this song is about, that would be great.
I hate to correct you, but you did actually, in fact, play Picture This the last time you interviewed us, back when we were promoting Simplicated.
That might have been through that might have been through a different show, because I personally have never interviewed you guys.
Oh God, that wasn't you last time.
No.
It was for Build a Better Planet, Green Living.
That's
That
right.
was the last interview we did.
That's right. That's why I'm so elated that I'm interviewing you guys, because this is my first time.
Okay, the song "Picture This." Gosh. What does that mean? What's it about? I think it's about a woman or something like that. Oh gosh, I'm having a hard time articulating this. I think it's just essentially just being hopeful to be with somebody, pretty much, to simplify it.
Okay. That's fine. And you don't always have to have a big, deep meaning behind a song either. I mean, there's plenty of music that's...
well, there is, but yeah, it's just difficult to articulate off the top of my head. But in essence, I mean, that's what I guess that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's been a real honor, and I'm just going to give the two of you, each of you, both of you, whatever you want to do, a minute or two to say something to your fans. So go for it right now.
Okay. To our fans, I would like to thank each and every one of you for all the support that you've given us over the years. Wouldn't have continued without you. Thank you for your loyalty, and thank you for your intelligence, and thank you for backing us up.
I'm going to second what Ethan said. I just wanted to thank, like you said, just each and every one of our fans. Like all of you have truly changed my life, and it's just it's just been an honor to
to interact.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a pleasure communicating with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this interview, but I'm going to keep you guys on the phone for a second. But to my Third Strike rockers, I hope that you really enjoyed this interview. I know I did. It was really an honor. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up again with this tune from Sharpstar called Picture This. Enjoy.
For some reason you ain't forgotten me, and it's a reason that I have yet to see. Darling, can you picture us being in each other's face? Can you picture this for me? Darling, can you picture us being well with the wish? Can you picture this and see? Thank you for paying attention to me, even if my hopes are high for something that may never be. Cause it's well worth every tantalizing taste. To all this fantasizing isn't going to waste. Can you picture you with me? Darling, can you picture us being each other's fix? Can you picture this for me? Darling, can you picture us being well with the wish? Can you picture this and see? and wait overqualified for my love. I don't have much, but what I have is enough to think that just a little time with you I can become what you deserve. Darling, can you picture this? Us being each other's face. Can you picture this for me? Darling, can you picture this? Us being well worth the wish. Can you picture this and see? Can you picture this for me? Can you picture this and see? Can you picture this for me? Can you picture this and see?
On the Record is a weekly one-hour podcast that airs on the EWN Radio Network and Blog Talk Radio, featuring host Astrum Lux Lucis. On the Record features mentor-style interviews with some of the most prominent and successful women in music and entertainment. This show is not about the next movie or album release, promotional sound bites, or who's dating who. This is about the incredible journey these women took to get to where they are today. Successful celebrities are successful because at some point they realized they were a business and they made a choice to become an entrepreneur. And more than just celebrities, the show also explores the lives of business executives, directors, producers, agents, managers, movers and shakers, and reveals how entrepreneurship led their journey down the road to success. Tune in Mondays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the EWN Radio Network, Blog Talk Radio, On the Record.
And now for some music news. For an update to a story that I've been following for a while, and maybe many of you have, Bobbi Kristina, the daughter of the late singer Whitney Houston and the entertainer Bobby Brown. She's 22 years old, and she was placed in a medically induced coma after being found unresponsive in the bathtub of her home on January 31st. Since then, she's been on life support in a rehab facility after being transferred from a nearby hospital, and reports have been varying about her condition. An insider close to the family has revealed, however, that while it seems increasingly unlikely that she will make a full recovery, that her relatives are hoping for the best. Chrissy is breathing, but she cannot communicate, the source told People.com. I think that Bobbi Kristina's grandmother, Cissy Houston, said it best, that she is in God's hands.
I will sing my song. What I'm supposed to do if you don't love me. sing my soul, but what I'm supposed to do if you don't love me? And I can change the world and make it so that you'll admire me. And this feels so strange, pouring out my heart like it's alcohol. But I need to hold my head, 'cause I've fallen into you. I am losing my control. I just want to let you know. I'm telling you how I feel about you, and I can't recall what you said to me.
All right, guys, that was Dark Moon Apache, returning artist to my show with a song called Sing My Soul. They're a band out of New York City. Now, I've got an announcement. I've got a fundraiser that I'm hosting in the Texas area, so anyone in Texas, feel free to look this up on Facebook. The event is called Fundraising Fun with Patsy. The specific location is listed on there. It's in Cameron, Texas at Christie's Lounge and Bar. Also, all the details are on there, which include the organization that this fundraiser is benefiting, which is Cassandra Children's Aid in Uganda, Africa. It is an 80s themed fundraiser, so everyone that's coming, please wear 80s attire. Everyone that's involved with the event is required to wear 80s attire, so definitely look forward to coming and taking a trip back to the 80s. We're going to have 80s music playing the entire time. There's going to be food for sale from the venue. And also, we're going to have several vendors from different companies selling their goods. And we've got a clown called Bozo the Hozo, which is an amazing entertainer. He entertains kids and adults alike. You can find him on Facebook. His name is spelled B-O-Z-O, and then the H-O-Z-O, Bozo the Hozo. We will also have a fortune teller palm reader, and you can find her at psychedeliccrayola.net. Again, come have fun, enjoy yourself, come listen to some 80s music. If you're able to come, make sure to wear some 80s attire, and I hope to see you all then to benefit this great organization. All right, folks, that'll do it for another episode of Third Strike Rock. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves today. Don't go anywhere, though. I've got one more song to play to kick us out of the show. Don't forget, all the artists that I play on my program, they do have a Facebook page. All you got to do is do a search of their name, band name, artist name, whatever I've mentioned on the program, and you will find them. I make sure that I know what their Facebook page is before I even play them on the show, so you can definitely find them all. Also, musicians, bands alike, If you want to send me some new tracks, if I've played you before, please make sure to send me a broadcast quality MP3. If you are a new artist that has not been played on my show, please do the same. And the email address to send the tracks to is BABP, which stands for Build a Better Planet, and then the word promotions @gmail.com. Make sure when you send me your MP3 track that you also include the link to your band or your artist's website. I don't think I have anything else to go over here, but I just hope that you guys have really enjoyed the program. We are going to end the show with a song called Three Ladies by Movin Melvin Brown out of Austin, Texas. I have interviewed him in the past as well. I hope you all listened to that show. That was a good one. And thank you to our sponsors today. We appreciate the new sponsors that we've got on the program and are definitely open to any other sponsors that would like to be a part of this program. So if you're interested, you can just send us a message through our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Third Strike Rock. And the third is with the number 3 and then RD. Also, fans of Third Strike Rock, thanks for coming back. Anyone new to the show, thanks for attending. I appreciate it. And share our Facebook page with everyone you know. Let's get some more listeners. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one and keep rocking.
A bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. Now I've been working on the ship for 60 long days, and all of that time I didn't see a pretty face. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. Now I got 3 days to be at home, and then back on the ship, and I'm gonna be gone. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. Talk about what we're gonna do. We'll just take it as we come and call it new. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. Now I got nothing to lose, so I can take my time and I can do what I do. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. We're gonna all be friends. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. It might take me all night to do what I do, but we all gonna get the morning, we're gonna all be through. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, a little bit of money, and a whole lot of time. I got 3 ladies, a bottle of wine, lot of time. We didn't even talk about what we're gonna do, but we finished with the bottom. We'll all be through.